Welcome to Instablogs Global Report. This is Sukhmani with fresh updates and citizen voices from all over the world. Stories for the day are: France shocked by the images of war published by magazine Paris Match. Mexican court upholds law favoring free legal abortion. Baby peddling thrives in South Korea. And child labor and trafficking rampant in Malawi. The French magazine Paris Match has been criticized heavily for publication of pictures showing the Taliban displaying the belongings of 10 French soldiers killed by them in an ambush. Most believe the magazine acted irresponsibly and showed complete lack of respect towards the sentiments of the bereaved families. CJ Michael Cosgrove reports from France on Instablogs.
This is Michael, citizen journalist from France. The French magazine Paris Match has acted irresponsibly by publishing pictures of Taliban along with guns, walkie-talkies and even a wristwatch belonging to 10 French soldiers they killed in an ambush last month. The pictures were allotted the front page on the glossy spread, completely unmindful of the psychological pain and suffering which the families of the deceased servicemen and their serving comrades in Afghanistan would have to undergo when they saw the pictures. The French media has every right to rekindle the argument regarding the role played by French troops in Afghanistan, given the fact that nearly two-thirds of the population is against their positioning along with US-led coalition forces in Afghanistan and want them back in the country. It should, however, remember that the same can be achieved through constructive means and not by ruthlessly trampling over the sentiments of the bereaved families.
Mexican court has upheld the law favoring free legal abortion during the first 12 weeks of pregnancy. It is believed that the decision will have a positive impact on women's rights in Mexico and Latin America. CJ Oscar Villanueva Estrada reports from Mexico.
This is Oscar Villanueva, citizen journalist reporting from Mexico. Mexico court decision to uphold a law that allows legal and free first trimester abortion in Mexico City is widely acclaimed, not only by feminists, but many citizens around the country. This ruling is of a great importance and set precedent for state legislatures to pass measures legalizing abortion. It's likely to encourage similar state rulings outside Mexico City where abortion remains illegal, with the exception to cases involving rape or incest. Although in the past, women of wealth were free to terminate unwanted pregnancies in private medical facilities, the less fortunate women were forced to seek dangerous black market abortion-inducing drugs and procedures. This ruling will make abortion more widely available to women of all social classes, while reducing the risk of death or injury from procedures performed in underground clinics. The historical decision will have wide impact on women's rights, not only in Mexico but throughout Latin America.
South Korea's fertility industry has become the largest supplier of babies to the United States. Operating under no rules or government oversight, the industry offers adopting parents the luxury of having babies with the desired genetic makeup. CJ Chris Back reports on baby peddling from South Korea.
This is Chris Baki, citizen journalist from South Korea. The South Korean fertility industry is one of the largest industries which operates with virtually no rules or governmental oversight. A-RON-1 are birthing rooms that supply the raw material, babies, for export to the United States. Korea is the largest supplier of babies to the United States and accounts for 62% of all babies adopted from abroad. While the surrogates make anywhere from $10,000 to $75,000, this luxury of creating babies also creates a plethora of dilemmas. For instance, should doctors be allowed to implant multiple embryos? If triplets or even quintuplets are produced, should the adoptive parents be allowed to keep the most desirable of the litter and discard the remainder? Such choices present very hard questions about the worthiness of life. The complexities of baby trade are mind-boggling and need to be approached with extreme caution and regulated closely, if not by the individual states, then by the federal government.
Child labor and trafficking is rampant within Malawi. In the absence of adequate laws to tackle the menace, many children are being used for agricultural and domestic purposes without any access to formal education. CJ Tanti Soko reports on child labor from Malawi.
Tanti Soko reporting from Malawi. Child labor and trafficking in Malawi is nothing new, Children as young as 10 years old are trafficked from many parts of the country and are kept in critical conditions. These children are used in agricultural work, whereas girls are put in domestic work and in some cases prostitution. Due to these conditions, these children do not have the opportunity to access formal education. There are currently no proper records of children trafficked for child labor due to poor technical and financial capacity. The other weaknesses include lack of clear policy on child labor or child trafficking, and therefore those promoting this modern-day slavery have not been punished enough. There are some community programs aimed at curbing this problem, but they are so far insufficient. There is a crucial need for a law on child trafficking and child labor, and an urgent need on educating the poor, the first victims of this menace, failing which Malawi is doing nothing but breeding an HIV disaster.
If you want your voice to be heard by millions, let Instablogs be your choice. You can contact us at cj@instablogs.com. That's all for today's show. We'll be back with fresh updates and more citizen voices. Till then, it's goodbye from the entire team of Global Report.